and welcome to ANB Bronze 21 Part 5. So character is champion level 1923. I'd like to get that up over 2000, so I'm going to need an hour to an hour and a half's experience farming with 200% boosters. We don't have any of those. I've got one currency booster, so we need to do some purchases. One currency and 2 experience. It might take slightly longer than an hour. I'm not sure how things are going to go with experience farming, but before we jump into anything else, since the last episode, synergy is now up at 150 because I took smokescreen and power infusion all the way from level 1 to level 7 with some of those spare books of learning that we had sat in the stash, simply because gold farming is done. Before I jump into any experience farming, I have a feeling that we have a level 76 within the next 2 to 3 crafts, so I'm going to try and craft torch with crit rating, crit damage, power and vitality. I'm just copying my sort of main account build here. I expect this to be a level 72, so nothing exciting here. I'm just going to note this one down on the 1,000,001 pieces of paper around me. There's 72 and that one, and hopefully, it's typical we get a lot of perfect values on there, but hopefully this next craft is going to be a 76. I'm going to have a separate video after ANB on crafting, so 73, interesting, was not expecting that. At which point I am, this will be a 72, let's give it a whirl. And calculating through my head, we have 24, 11. It's got to be a 76 surely this time. It's alright, I have lots of numbers and things written down. There it is. So that was the 76, slightly later than I thought it would be, but we've got it. So that's one push item crafted. As I say, there will be a separate video on crafting coming out after ANB. So I will leave that there. These are here for crafting enchantments for the rings. I'll stick those there. I need to have 40 of those. Actually, I'm not going with crit rating, am I? I need to build up some vitality. We'll worry about that later when I do other things. Let me just try and put some paper away so I'm not overly cluttered. So the aim is, we've got this 1 hour set up here. So it's going to be hitting trial 105 hard for at least an hour, and depending on how close we've got to trial champion level 2000, maybe another half an hour on top of that. We've got loads of playtime available. Don't know why I'm sitting there with start lit up and not doing anything. Very first run of the day, so who knows how this is going to play out. As you can see, we've got break their bows as a daily quest, so we'll collect those off the skeletons. Didn't really want to come around that way. Have we kept aggro? Yes. We'll launch that into them. Yeah, we can pull them back in. The world's worst pathing has these things chasing around the wrong way as well. Okay, it's gone from a not bad start to really slowed down. Never going to set the world alight on the very first run of the day. Oh, here we go. I'll take that for a warm-up run. Anyway, that's what I'll be doing 58.5 minutes. So, and obviously just dumping books into here until we can upgrade things. So we'll meet back up when this is done and we'll see how many champion levels we've achieved. So it's only getting 2 now. When we reach about 1980 champion level, we'll probably only get 1 champion level per run. So things are slowing down in champion level gains at this stage. Waffling, so see you again soon. And welcome back. After that 1 hour worth of boosters was used up, I was still a little bit short of champion level 2000 as I thought I would be, so I went and got another half an hour's worth. We've got 30 seconds left on those. We're up to champion level 2007, so target met, wanted 2000. I could stop farming experience at this stage. Still got over 5.5 hours left on the event clock. I'm not going to use anywhere near that much, but since we're on level 169 synergy, it would be nice to get 3 more skills upgraded. Everything's at least at 9. The reason I want to do another 3 to level 10 is at 170 that you get the max attack speed boost from synergy. Max synergy is 180, but 170 is a nice target because you get this a bit of extra attack speed, which may or may not make a difference depending on your overall haste. So there is a little bit more vitality and ability rate at 180, but it would be negligible amount once things are taken into consideration. It's getting very late, so I am going to sleep first before continuing the last part of experience farming, just to farm some books of learning to get those skills upgraded. In terms of push gear, that is all crafted. Looks all a bit interesting laid out like that. It's just the way I like to do it as I'm building the stuff. So we've got the armor in the top row, all the enchantments that will go on the armor. I don't apply them immediately, just in case I decide I want to try and craft, say, a better helm. 73 of a socket, I'll take that. I did have a bit of a mistake down here that I crafted 2 Talisman of Storms and forgot the Vial of Wind Spirit, and in a panic, okay, let's go back and do the Vial of Wind Spirit. Rings and necklace, I've got an idea of what I want for the stats on those, but I will keep an open mind until I've seen exactly what we've got with everything else equipped. But we'll go through those after experience farming is done. It's very nice to get a 76 and the Firebug where I need a 77 on the main account, so we know where one Celestial is going onto that item there. and probably the other Celestial on here, because I think that damage can go up a bit. If we look at a 77 compared to a 76, I think that's a low damage thing, so possibly 2 Celestials there. But I'm waffling, so I will prepare for the final experience farm. I think half an hour will do. If I get crazy, depending on how well that goes, then I may well do an hour's worth. In terms of best run at 105, this is a good map played well, so they don't all come out anywhere near that. I think my sort of average is about 74-75 seconds. But yeah, that was a nice one. I think that's the first time I've been under 50 seconds with Bounty Hunter, so I was quite pleased with that run. That was chock full of elites and densely packed regular mobs, so it was nice just to blow them away very quickly, move on to the next group and get rid of those, and have talismans propped nicely for Kara when she came out, so a nice fast run there. So we will meet up again once these boosters and possibly another set after are done, and then it will be a case of starting push. So see you again soon. And welcome back. I decided in the end to do 1 hour of extra experience farming rather than the half an hour that I originally envisioned. I've now jumped into the push gear. We'll have a quick run down of where we are with the character, gear overview and everything, and then start with a mini push. We're on a crit build now, so we've got ginger beer for some crit rating. Since we're on push, we'll have a bit of extra life from Stew of the Day and some movement speed from the coffee. Champion level 2036. I was originally like this with the experience farm gear, no crit rating, no crit damage, on account of Fire Lily for experience farming. With the crit build, we want some crit rating and crit damage in there, so that's where we go with those. In terms of the gear, the setup is for Havoc 2 Demolitionist. So the hood, crit rating, crit damage, haste, power, and it has osmosis enchanted on it, so with the longer fights as we get further into push, our damage will go up 1% every 2 seconds. I've socketed vitality because I'm a cowardly custard, just going for a bit of toughness throughout. The necklace, crit rating, crit damage, life on hit and vitality, enchant with power and socket with vitality. The shoulders are demolitionist, crit rating, crit damage, haste, power, socket with vitality and enchant with crit damage. Chest is havoc, crit rating, crit damage, haste, power and enchant with life on hit. The integralis mental, crit rating, crit damage, haste, ability rate, more vitality socketed and some power enchanted onto it. The vial of the wind spirit is crit rating, crit damage, haste, fire damage and socketed with vitality. Talisman of Storms, crit rating, crit damage, haste, fire damage. The Havoc gloves, crit rating, crit damage, haste and ability rate, with some dodge rating thrown on there just for luck. I've gone with an epic bracer of mastery, crit rating, crit damage and fire damage. It had a 91% heat seekers. I do have a legendary sat in the stash which would add 99 haste, a loss of fire damage, a significant loss of crit damage, but heat seekers goes up by 9 to 98. I might test that a bit later to see which is better, but my gut feeling is this is going to be better. I think the loss of fire damage and crit damage would not offset the increase for heat seekers, so I'm going to start off with this and maybe do some testing for the latter part of push. Molten Belt, crit rating, crit damage, haste and fire damage. The Havoc Pants, crit rating, crit damage, movement speed and power, and enchant with movement speed. Move as quickly as we can. Last time we looked I had level 74 of these. I decided to carry on crafting since I need some 77 demolitionist boots for the main account, so here they are. Crit rating, crit damage, movement speed, power, enchant with vitality, socket with vitality and enchant with movement speed, and we'll turn those into celestial later, so those stats will be pushed up to near max, so not a lot's going to move on power or crit damage if I'm honest. They're pretty good stats as they are, but we will get an extra vitality stat on there. The first ring is crit rating, crit damage, ability rate, haste, vitality socketed and crit rating enchant, and exactly the same with the second ring. And finally we have torch, crit rating, crit damage, power, vitality, with Slayer enchanted, so our chance to increase damage to elites and bosses. And the other item that's going to get celestialized once we've reached Troll 110, crit rating, crit damage, haste, power, and again enchant with Slayer. In fact, don't we have a celestial transformer already? So let's throw that on. Boots or gun, doesn't really matter, does it? We'll throw it on the boots for now. So there's our added vitality. Power didn't move at all, crit damage didn't move at all. In fact, the only one that has moved is movement speed. The others were good stats anyway, so near maximum. So when we hit Troll 110, I can apply the same to the Firebug. Let's have a quick look at stats. We can ignore those. This is the more important stuff. So power, might have been nice to get that up to 4,000, but that's okay, I'll take that. Haste, I'm not sure if we're getting 7 hits per second or slightly less than that, but I'm not too bothered. Crit rating 3090, 50% chance to hit, always aim for 3000 on a crit build for push. Crit damage, anything over 2000 you're doing good, so 2095, yes, happy with that. Fire damage at 78.2. Vitality, life, armor, might be a bit squishy, but I'm still going with a tanky build. But as we get to higher trolls, everything will one hit kill us anyway, so it's a case of dodging. Dodge rating at 47.9, life on the hit 2608. That's probably going to help with Garm fights if we're standing in a blue circle. Ability rate 1163, 30% cooldown reduction. It's about what I run on the main account for Bounty Hunter. And movement speed at 35.4. Abilities not changing anything from what we had during the experience farm phase. Synergy is up to 172, the maximum is 180. So we're losing out on 5 vitality and 5 ability rate, which is absolutely nothing at this stage. It's just a case of some other skills need to get to 10 in order to reach that, and I'm not going to waste books of learning on those. And then obviously the 3 healers, so I guess Let's see how far we are unlocked to. 121, that's good. We can jump straight in on Magroth. And we have a different play style for this, don't we? Thought I zoomed in a bit too much. So we're trying to apply sticky bombs and let them explode to wipe out the pack. Ooh, getting through them quite quickly. Go away, healer. It's not too bad at the moment. Nice that there was quite a lot of elites on this map, to be honest. Won't be so nice later on, but for now it's okay. I'm just waiting for, we've got Slayer and Talisman of Storms up. And down goes Magroth. So sticky bombs doing most of the damage. So 110 got us the Celestial Transform, and 120 gets us some glory. So that Celestial Transform can go on this weapon. So you've seen our toughness go up because we've now got some more vitality. Damage has gone up a little bit, it was already pretty good, so I guess we see where we've unlocked to and just carry on for a few trials. 132, Broken Dragon. That will get us the remaining glory. That'll probably do for the initial pull. Ooh. Made a mess of that. Let's try again. Already thinking about where do I want to fight the Broken Dragon. Hello. Stuck on the scenery and crash. And let's try that again. I have not been stuck on scenery and seen the game crash before. That was novel. A horrible map for Broken Dragon. It's nice to have big open areas to fight static bosses like that, and big open areas don't exist on desert maps. Let's just get rid of them. But having had one crash, that's about as open as it's going to get, I reckon, for this map. Oh, it's not too bad area there. I have pulled in too many enemies. So let's just deal with what we've got. Yeah, this area might do for the fight if we can spawn it down there. Wow, that's a lot of elites. Yeah. We got him where we wanted it, so that's good. We've got Slayer up. Let's send in Heat Seekers when we have it. Oh, we've got Talisman of Storms as well. I've messed that up. Let's come here before we move the dragon out a bit. Yes, we're very squishy. We'll play the dodge game. And we got through. Game appears to be misbehaving a bit, but trial 130, so we have all of our milestone rewards collected. So anything from here on is a bonus. Let's give Garm a go. If this is a cave, we are escaping without engaging. Right, pay more attention. Ooh, it's not a good map, is it? A load of elites and a healer in there, although we've killed them. Okay. Makes me wonder if we're going to be able to tank Garm, or whether we're going to have to run around all over the place. Hold them out as far as possible, and so we don't have to do too much. I'll ignore that group. Ooh, draining ghosts and a slow. Right, let's see if we can now deal with these properly. There we go. We are going to die here, so we need to dodge a bit better than that. Okay, yes we can tank these. Okay, that's good to know. Get some healing going from this circle. We need to get back here actually, don't we? He's going to do that. Part of me thinking let's go and stand in a damage boost circle. We take a bit of healing before it explodes. And get round here. to have all these extras joining the fight. Ah, he's down. That's good. How have we done there? Hurrah! Do we get Alban unlocked? If we do, that'll have been most of the bosses. Garm again. Let's make that the last one for this video, and then we can pick up with the rest of the push next time out. Let's try and hold these back here and just load up bombs on them. Without... oh, that's a waste. Hehehe. Ooh, go away with your slowed. Thank you very much, Blob, for exploding. Actually, let's just move on. More elites. Wow. Let's not have these chargers charge into us though. I'm wasting time fighting these, but who cares? We've got that will be enough to pull out Garm. I like here as a sort of spot for the fights, so let's try and hold them at maximum range. And we can just about tank this time. Talisman of Storms. Both auras, that's quite nice. Start running to avoid getting hit as he lands. Definitely when we come to higher level fights later, we will have to do, we won't be able to just stand in those blue circles. This feels like the limit of that. That's not bad though, is it? So sticky bombs are going to be doing most of our damage as we go through. So we'll wrap up mini push at this stage, and then obviously next time out will be the remainder of the push. Any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below, and as always, thank you very much for watching.